Hello, hello, my beautiful Capricorn. This is your April monthly reading. The very first card up that we have is Shine. Let me see if this will work out. So Shine is talking about, when I pulled this card, I heard shine bright like a diamond. So some of you are really kind of shining. I heard glowing up. You're really stepping into this place of, just joy and happiness. That's what I get from that. And then the next card we had is feelings. And what I heard is deep feelings, deep emotions. And emotions is energy in motion. Okay, so it's energy that is moving and flowing. I feel like a lot of you underneath that we have re-energized. So I feel like a lot of you Capricorns, I mean, you have had it, for what, me too, Capricorn, Sun and Moon, for like what, the last, 16 years. And we've, also had some things happen in the first few months of this year. So that was kind of difficult. But what I feel like is a lot of you are really tapping into those joyous feelings. Now you're getting into that happy place. You're feeling re-energized. And when I said glow up, here we have this card, and this is Goddess Aniket, Detachment, I Choose Me. So I feel like Capricorns, a lot of you are starting to learn how to choose yourself. You are starting to prioritize yourself. This is my glow up card. This is like, the Queen of Wands, being very confident and magnetic and alluring and attractive and just, shining bright like a diamond, right? So I'm hearing a lot of glow up energy here. Let's get further into the reading. I just realized I did not pull out the tarot deck. So everything happens for a reason. So not sure what the reason is, but let's get into it. First, I am going to cleanse our energy space. Don't forget, this is a general reading. It might not resonate with everybody. Take what resonates, leave the rest, swap the roles, and no gender specific in the cards. Don't forget to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node for a full picture. All right, my loves. So let's get into it. So we are going to cleanse our space. Whoop. That didn't quite take. We're going to remove all negative energies and entities and any evil eye from your space and mine. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. All right, my loves. So let's get into it here. I really need to reorganize my space. I finally found a way to use the back of my camera so you guys have a better view. And I just realized I want to keep this card out. So bottom of the deck, after I cut it, we have a fresh start. Okay, so definitely there is new beginnings here. I just heard, if you have been going through some dark times, it seems like, the sun is starting to shine through, right? Which is why we're getting, the shine card as well. Sun is starting to shine through. There is a fresh start on the horizon. So if you have gone through something, if things have been stagnant or, not really moving forward, if you have been having, anything to do with your feelings, right? This could also be feelings of like, sadness, grief, anything like that. Doesn't have to necessarily be the joy, but this is saying there is a fresh start on the horizon. Okay, so do not despair. And then we also have teamwork, card number 34. All right, Capricorn, this could have to do with, because the Queen of Wands is also an entrepreneur. So this could actually have to do with, a business or, some sort of creative venture or something like that. You could be collaborating with other people, working with other people. So there could be like a new job, right? Because Three of Pentacles, this is what this card is, the teamwork. So there could be a fresh start, a new job, something that is going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness. Something that is, I'm also seeing like the world. Some of you, this can take you around the world. This could be, worldwide, like on the internet or something like that. But it is something that is going to bring a lot of joy and happiness. This is the Fool card. This could also be, taking a leap of faith towards working with others, maybe working with others around the world. And now I'm also getting, because of the Feelings card, this could have to do with possibly a connection. This is like, working together, building something, a higher level of commitment, could be here as well. So this is also collaborating with, the universe if you are a conscious manifester. Okay, hopefully you guys, I can't really tell if this is working, but hopefully it is focusing in on the cards. I hope it's not blurry. So somebody needs to speak up because my throat is like closing up. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have patience. All right, so this is saying have patience. Maybe you don't see things right away. Remember I said things could feel a little bit stagnant or not happening quite yet. This is saying just have patience because it is coming. There is a new start on the horizon for you. Okay, it is going to be make you very happy. It could be collaborating or working with others or working with somebody else, building with somebody else, having a commitment or a higher level of commitment with somebody else. And then top of the deck, we have gratitude. Okay, so this is saying to really spend a lot of time right now tapping into those feelings of gratitude and patience. So be very patient right now, patient with yourself, patient with the situation. But this is saying have gratitude, okay, for what you already have. And also with the feelings card, this is just saying really tap into those feelings of gratitude because this is going to help you on this journey, this new start. And this is also how we manifest consciously, right? For those of you that are doing that or know about that. All right, my loves, let's keep going here. So top of the deck, we have Sanctuary. I create an inner haven of peace. So yes, right now during this phase of patience, while you're waiting for things to kind of, start building, start working together, having a fresh new start, right? Starting to shine your light, coming out of, I just heard out of the cocoon, right? Coming out of the cocoon and starting to shine your light again. I keep noticing, this card here, glowing up, right? Tapping into those, feelings. I just heard also of self-confidence. Okay. Knowing your value, knowing your worth. Okay. Being magnetic, right? And this is also when we tap into those feelings of gratitude, we magnetize things to us. But this is saying, in this time, having gratitude, but also going within and finding that peace within yourself. Okay, so that was top of the deck. And then bottom of the deck, we have liberation. I honor my sacred temple. So a lot of you, this is you going within, tapping into, going into an inner place within you. Sorry guys, why am I struggling? Somebody is really struggling to find the words or to be able to speak up or something like that. Mercury retrograde is just finishing, so I shouldn't be having this much trouble. But if I'm tapping into somebody's energy, this could be what it is. This is saying, that sacred space within you, that temple that we all have within us, right? Going within, listening to your intuition, tapping into that inner voice, going within, meditating, doing those sorts of things, going within and connecting to the peaceful feelings that you have within yourself. Okay. And for a lot of you, this is how you're consciously manifesting. And this is what is taking you to this place of this glow up, this place of, being really confident in yourself, choosing yourself, honoring yourself. So I feel like a lot of you are no longer seeking external validation. You're really tapping also into those inner feelings to be able to know, like, what is it that I feel? How do I feel? Right? Having that peace within yourself, having the patience, having the gratitude within yourself as well. That is so beautiful, you guys. Okay, let me make some room here. I apologize. I am going to have to shuffle on camera. All right, messages and guidance for Capricorn for the month of April. I apologize if it is loud. This is why I like shuffling, pre-shuffling before, and then just cutting on camera. So messages and guidance for Capricorn for April. And final shuffle. All right, my loves, as I was shuffling, somebody is feeling extremely nervous. I was feeling all of a sudden a lot of nervousness, anxiety, okay? 9 of Wands. Yeah, somebody might need to speak up. Somebody that maybe was sitting in, indecision here with the 2 of Swords. Somebody, maybe wounded warrior here. Somebody that, you could have gone through a lot. You could have gone through a lot of battles, right? But it's like you still are holding on to that passion to continue forward. We have Judgment here. So there's some sort of rebirth, renewal here, a fresh start, right? This could be, reconciliation. This could be you know, reunion energy. This could be like an awakening, right? So this could be, you know, something new waking up within you. And then we have 8 of Wands. This could be about travel. So this is going to, this is actually about communication. So for some of you, this has to do with communication. Remember I said, you know, somebody struggling to speak up. Somebody could be blocking off, you know, communication or not wanting to speak from the heart. I'm hearing somebody is possibly avoiding, not looking at things and not wanting to see things clearly. There is going to be fast movement here, a lot of fast moving action, a lot of, you know, messages going back and forth possibly. You know, somebody is prepared to, you know, grab that final wand of passion and one more try. Keep on going one more time, right? To have this renewal and to move things forward. Okay, and this is going to probably happen fairly quickly. It could also indicate, you know, possibly traveling as well. All right, my loves. So somebody might want to communicate, you know, aha moments, epiphanies, an awakening that they've had or experienced. I'm going to lay out the cards and then I will walk you through it. Some of you are either resonating as a divine masculine or you are dealing with a divine masculine. All right. So, yep, somebody needs to speak up. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, all right. You cannot even make this up. All right, my loves. So, all right. So, center of, oh, yeah, I do have that. Center of your spread. Divine masculine, the Emperor. This is also talking about taking action. Okay. This is very much, you know, like Queen of Wands, King of Wands, right? Taking action. You know, this also could be an authority figure maybe that you're dealing with, but as the overall energy, this is like you taking authority over your life, or like I said, either stepping into that divine masculine energy, or you could be dealing with a divine masculine. What we're aware of is the Wheel of Fortune. We're aware that things are about to change. Things are changing. This is, you know, destiny. This is fate. This is, you know, good luck and good fortune. We're starting to see the wheel turning, you know, in your favor, I just heard. What we're not aware of is Two of Pentacles. So somebody here could be trying to juggle a lot of things, trying to gain their footing, I just heard, trying to balance things. This also has the infinity symbol. So whatever this is, you know, part of, you know, infinite possibilities, but you could also be really connected to somebody. This is also talking about with infinity, like the fates, right? So we already have that card here with the Wheel of Fortune. Some of you, what you're not aware of is that things are going to be balanced. Things will be made right. In the recent past, we have as above. Okay, so for some of you, you have been consciously manifesting, or you have been doing something in that, you know, spiritual realm, 5D reality, right? Possibly here. And then your advice is the Five of Cups. Why would Five of Cups be advice? So Five of Cups is saying, do not look at the 3 cups that have spilt over. So some of you could be really, you know, maybe you are going through a grieving period, and I'm so sorry for you if you are. You know, you are looking at what is lost. You're looking at the 3 cups that have spilt over. What this signifies is you're looking at the past too much, or you're looking at things in your reality that maybe aren't working, okay? And you're totally missing the mark, okay? You're totally missing the mark of the 2 cups that are still standing. Now, this can signify some sort of partnership or a relationship, but this is saying, you know, that this union, right? Can be, you know, romantic, could be friendship, could be family, could be, you know, business, whatever this is saying you still have those 2 cups here. All right. You are looking to the past. For some of you, if this is relational, it is talking about, you know, each of those cups is like past relationships, right? We did see the Wounded Warrior card. So you could have gone through some past relationships. And the cups have spilt over, right? The cups are filled with love. So those have spilt over. And you're so focused. Look at her. She's so focused. She's sad. She's in regret. She's mourning. She's, you know, or he is, you know, looking at those, sorry guys, I said she because I'm a she, but, you know, looking at those, you know, 3 cups, the loss, you know, the pain, the suffering, you know, what was lost, what's gone, the love that was poured out, you know, love that maybe wasn't reciprocated, relationships or opportunities that didn't work out, right? It doesn't have to be just relationships. And you are totally missing the two that are still standing, right? And if it's relationships, it's like there is a relationship here. There is a beautiful, with Two of Cups, that's like a soul connection, a soul union. There is a beautiful soul union here, and you're totally missing it because you're so focused on what was, you know, lost from the past. Okay. Some of you, this is talking about, you might be really focused. Three of Cups can also signify like third party. It doesn't have to be another person, but something that's interfering in possibly this union or connection here. So for some of you, that could be what the advice is. You need to release whatever it is. Third party could be a mindset. It could be an addiction. It could be, you know, interference from like friends or family or something like that. Okay, so it's some sort of, you know, third party, something external to you that's kind of interfering. And you're very focused on that, okay, as opposed to being focused on the union, okay, or the Two Cups that are standing. Two Cups could be opportunities as well, that is still, you know, standing there and still full. All right, my loves. So your potential outcome is the Ace of Swords. And that's why I giggled, you know, because with the Ace of Swords, this is communication. This is also like clarity. So this could be clarity in your mind, clarity of what it is that you want. This is, you know, communication. Like I said, definitely somebody speaking their truth, you know. And when I clarified that, we had the Seven of Swords. So there could be something that was hidden, secrets. This could be lies, deception, but it doesn't have to be bad. I'm also being shown the feelings card here. So this could actually be somebody that has secret feelings that is now coming forward and telling you, or vice versa. This could be you. This is also my self-sabotage card, okay? And then we also have the Five of Swords. So some sort of conflict, some sort of, you know, fight maybe that you guys had, you know, or in this situation. This is also another self-sabotage card. Okay, so some sort of, you know, deception, sneaky behavior, lies, deceit, you know, stealing, right? Somebody fought at all costs. It's like the truth is now coming out. Okay, if that's a situation, and if it is in regards to a connection, this is saying somebody is speaking their truth and finally telling the truth, or maybe getting clarity that this was, you know, a lot of, you know, kind of conflict based on, you know, maybe something that was secret or hidden, or, you know, like I said, possibly self-sabotage, or this could be, you know, somebody not speaking up and talking about their feelings. Then we have the Six of Swords. This is talking about, you know, moving on or moving into calmer waters, moving away from the difficulties. And remember, I said that in the beginning with the Shine card and a new start. It's like if you've gone through anything kind of difficult in the past, this is saying that you're going to move on from that. You're going to move forward into calmer waters, leaving all the choppy waters, the difficulty, you know, behind. You are going towards, you know, the sunlight. You're going towards paradise. That's what this card is all about. And what are you going towards? The Four of Wands. This is union. So you guys, you definitely could be dealing with some sort of connection. It is a soul connection. This is like my 1111 card. It could be, you know, a soulmate, a twin flame, if you resonate with that, but definitely a soul connection. You're also speaking up about, you know, possibly wanting commitment. This is like a celebration. This could be about a new home. It could be about moving to get in together, you know, things like that. Creating some sort of union here, but also maybe just even communicating harmony within this, you know, connection. And like I said, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be romance. It could be, you know, friendship or work or business or family or anything like that. But Four of Wands typically is union, celebration. This also could be a higher level of commitment, but somebody is going to communicate that this is what they want. They are moving away, and this could be you moving away from, and I'm getting spirituals on this, moving away from any kind of conflict, any kind of lies, deceit, this dark, you know, toxic type of energy, moving away from that, you know, if it is self-sabotage, anything like that, just moving away from that and going towards harmony and balance. For some of you, this is even just within yourself. You are now finally having these, you know, with the Judgment card, this is like the aha moment, the epiphany, right? The ideas, you know, connecting to your higher self, connecting to source energy, getting clarity, you know, about maybe what has transpired in the past that possibly caused all of these losses in your past. And now you're gaining clarity, and now you want harmony, you want union. This is what you're moving towards. Okay. So could be even just harmony and union within yourself. Underneath the deck, what we're not aware of or could be in the subconscious mind. Very first card out, Nine of Swords. This is what's hidden, you know, or happening behind the scenes possibly. So somebody here, whether you or somebody else, and I'm saying connection, you know, because I think for a lot of you, this more than likely has to do with some sort of partnership or connection. Again, it could be business, it could be family, it could be, you know, friendships, and it could be romance, right? But it is in regards to a connection. So somebody is having a lot of fears, a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries, a lot of sleepless nights, okay? Maybe because of their past with the Six of Cups. For some of you, this is anxiety about somebody from the past. Okay, so fears and anxiety, worry, sleepless nights about somebody from the past. Could even be, you know, fears that are stemming from your childhood. Okay, is also what I'm getting here. And we have the High Priestess. This is in your subconscious mind. Okay, for some of you, this is somebody is hiding the fact that they have a lot of fears, a lot of, you know, anxiety, sleepless nights, and worries, possibly about this connection. This is also like my reconciliation card, that they're keeping, you know, hidden. For some of you, though, I do feel like somebody is just really struggling, like I said, with fear, anxiety, and sleepless nights about either somebody from their past or from their actual past. You know, could be subconsciously, right, with the High Priestess here. This also could be Divine Feminine. Okay, so we definitely have a lot of kind of, you know, twin flame soulmate, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, you know, type things here. Six of Cups is the soulmate card. Okay, so some of you, this is a spiritual connection. Okay, this spiritual connection, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. This spiritual connection could actually be bringing up a lot of fears from your past, from past losses, from past grief. You know, things could be from your childhood or past relationships. Seven of Cups, some of you are really, you know, have been dreaming about this, having a lot of dreams. Some of you are kind of looking at all your options. You know, you're kind of, you know, thinking about this. And then we have the Four of Swords, and this is talking about healing. So some of you are healing from Four of Cups. That's rejection. And some of you, this is healing, wanting to bring in healing. You know, possibly there's been confusion here, wanting to bring in healing for any kind of confusion, anything that's been kind of hidden, you know, wanting this to be revealed. Some of you feeling like maybe you've missed an opportunity or are about to miss an opportunity. But a lot of you could be healing from a rejection wound or fear of abandonment, because all of those cards are on the table as well. All right, my loves. Wow, that was really powerful. I think that those were all of the messages that needed to come through. Why do I feel like I'm not done? All right, one more card. Let's see what this is about. Holy Spirit. All right. Okay. Whatever you have been manifesting, or it could be somebody else that's manifesting this, yes. Whatever you've been manifesting, okay. With the, I'm just clarifying what you're not aware of, okay, or what you possibly don't see underneath the surface. So we have so below. So notice that in the past, in the recent past, as above. So this could be possibly manifesting. This could be even in your higher self or your subconscious mind. And now so below, it's bringing it into reality, right? So if you have been consciously manifesting, it's bringing that into reality. Or if you've been spending a lot of time in the spiritual realm, 5D, maybe connecting with, you know, this person through, you know, dream state, things like that. It's like this is now coming into balance. Now you're bringing it back down to a physical reality, right? Into physical form. Notice we're now balancing, right? As above, so below. You know, spiritual with the physical. We're also balancing the light with the dark here as well, is what I'm seeing. So there is going to be balance. Harmony is going to be restored, is what I just heard. And then we also have the Knight of Swords. So this is like going to move quickly. This is fast moving action. But for some of you, this is talking about reckless behavior. So somebody I'm seeing, you know, kind of like look at all the turbulent waters and that ship. It's funny, I'm watching a show right now that has like a lot of, you know, ship stuff in it. But the ship is in the turbulent waters and there's that storm, right? in the past, and, you know, trying to balance it out. I feel like this could have been possibly reckless behavior. There could have been somebody dealing with, you know, running energy, okay? Avoidant, you know, energy like I saw earlier. But we also have the Queen of Swords, somebody coming in, you know, to speak their truth, right? To speak up. There's that truth and clarity, right? With the Ace of Swords. So somebody wanting to come in and tell the truth. Okay, this person also, Queen of Swords, has been through a lot. She's gone through a lot of, you know, difficulties. She's kind of like the divorcee card. So this person or you could have gone through, you know, possibly a divorce, or possibly, you know, explaining why all of this is happening, possibly from somebody from the past, as well. But coming in with truth and clarity, I just heard. And then we have the Eight of Wands to move things forward, but also communication. Okay, communicating, a more balanced communicating, coming in and telling the truth. And this could happen quickly, about wanting to bring balance and harmony into this situation or this connection possibly. All right, my loves. And then Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck there means, you know, yes, lots of communication, lots of truth and clarity. Somebody could be feeling really out of balance in regards to possibly communication here. Underneath the Page of Swords, we have Three of Swords. Okay, so some sort of heartbreak here. So somebody could be kind of watching. This is like my stalker card. Somebody could be watching you, or you're doing this. And, you know, we have the Three of Swords because somebody communicating or watching, you know, because of some sort of heartbreak here. And then we have the Fool. This is wanting a new beginning. This is taking a leap of faith. So somebody could want to bring in balance, or you do, taking a leap of faith, having a new beginning here. But also I heard, the first thing I heard with the Page of Swords, of the Three of Swords and the Fool, was somebody coming in to communicate that they were a fool for, you know, either breaking your heart or vice versa. And then underneath the Fool, new beginnings, we do have the Hierophant. So this could be, you know, possibly, like I said, a spiritual awakening within yourself, or this could also be talking about, you know, the Hierophant is like contract, so commitment. So this could be, you know, a higher level of commitment. This could be marriage. This could be, you know, even business contracts or something like that. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and Eight of Pentacles came out. So yeah, for some of you, this could have to do with work. Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, this is your card. So this could be you really, you know, kind of working hard, mastering your craft. Some of you doing this, you know, trying to get balanced. You know, some of you, this has to do with communications that you work in. For others of you, this is, you know, somebody, again, either you or somebody else, someone wants to come in, bring balance and harmony, communicate the truth, actually say, you know, possibly that they are heartbroken or you're heartbroken, wanting a new beginning, wanting a higher level of commitment with the Hierophant here. This is also like my, you know, wanting stability, balance, being really grounded and stable. Both of you could be, I just heard power couple, both of you really hardworking, possibly another earth sign that you could be dealing with as well. But somebody might want to work on things to bring a balance here. Somebody also could either see you as somebody who's really stable and nurturing and secure, or this is how you are seeing, you know, this person. If you're dealing with somebody, and again, doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a friendship. This could be, you know, family, or this could be, you know, business or an entrepreneur, right? Or anything like that. All right, my loves, thanks so much for being here with me, Capricorn. As you all know, you're my favorite sign. And yeah, thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to do all the things, like this video, comment down below, share my video and channel with others. I would truly appreciate it. It really is the best way to support me, to help my channel to grow, to get Spirit's messages out there. And as well, if you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be part of this ever-growing butterfly family. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so you get notified of new videos. And as always, I wish you all peace, love, and light until next time. Bye-bye.